Wow. So I just watched my last video, and it was a year and 10 months ago. So I want to start off by apologizing, because in that video I said posting videos was going to be a more normal thing going forward. And then here we are now, a year and 10 months. 10 months? 9 months. So I want to start with an apology. I'm sorry for taking so long. Things have been, what a show. So in my last video, I posted my new space, okay? So in that space, I was underneath a friend's apartment in the basement, and he ended up moving out, and a family moved in, and they have kids. So my nice little studio where I thought I can get some things done ended up just becoming a distraction, because I kept hearing these kids running around and stomping and jumping, and I just wasn't able to focus. So I took down my stuff and I started building up another studio in another room that was to hot water heaters in there. We had a sewage leak. It skeeved me out for a long time. So I didn't go downstairs. I didn't want to go into the studio. I wanted to avoid the basement at all costs. Plus, if I did go down, I was changing shoes like 3 times, like one to leave my house, and then another set when I got there, just to walk across the room that flooded, and then change at the door to my studio shoes. So it was becoming a whole big thing. It happened again. And now I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore with this septic leak. It's gross. I don't want my studio. It smelled like shit. Like, I just didn't want anything to do with it anymore. And then I was even trying to set up a space in my closet, because I had these tall closets. So I even tried to set up a small little studio up there that I animated a scene in. And yeah, so I mean, I was reaching. The good part about this whole thing was that I was still practicing, and I was still getting in some work, and I was still working on my craft, and I was getting better. I think I was posted on the November 14th, I think was the last video I posted. I got laid off from my job on the 19th. So that kind of just threw everything also into a spiral. So what came from that was me getting a job building scenery down at Cigar Box Studios, which is in the same building as Bill Diamond Productions. A space opened up that Bill rents, and he offered it to me, and I immediately jumped on it. Okay, so now this was about 2 months ago. We're in August right now. We're in August 14th. Happy birthday to my nephew. It's 20 by 14. It's a huge space. Okay, well, this is it pretty much emptied out already. So I still had some big pieces of furniture that I had to get out. Well, I had to black out the walls. They're very colorful, like you can see behind me. So I had to start with that. So I had to black out the walls. I started gathering up some materials that I could use. And since I worked downstairs, repurposed some old scenery that we had. And it's still a work in progress. But then I put together 2 4x8 tables that I'm currently using. And then I started bringing my stuff here. So I started bringing over you know, my draws and you know, with my props and my effects and some base figures and actually the figures that I need for my stories, truthfully. And then I had to put air conditioning in here. It was so bad. It was hot. I mean, it's August, and it's a warehouse, and I'm on the second floor. You know, and the central air conditioning doesn't work, so I had to rig up a little AC up here. I had to black out the light, which was all not difficult stuff, but the cleaning is it's been non-stop cleaning. But why don't I just show you around? No, well, I guess we'll start with my purple chair. Great chair. The previous tenant left it, and I took it. It's not a bad color. I kind of like the color. Yep, so there's my TIE Fighter. This actually is heat, so I'm going to leave it in here, my equipment. This was a shelf that we had built for a job for the World Cup for Dove. So, and they were getting rid of it, so I took it. And I could put a ton of stuff on there. And this is my mattress, so I can sleep here. Over here is another studio, which I have access to. There is technically a bedroom in here, but it's hot as hell in there, so I'm staying away from it. So here are my bins that I brought up. I'm going through, I'm grabbing some figures to start putting on those shelves. This is table 2. So table 2 is because it's just gonna be a staging area and my cleaning up and going through my crap, because it's not really set yet. Here's the AC I was talking about. And here's my storage. All my sets and things like that are here. My camera, as we make our way back across table 2, which is a 4x8. It has a aluminum frame, which is great, and then I put a 1/2-inch plywood on top, so it'll serve its purpose. And this is table 1, which is where I'm going to be doing most of my work. I just need to reinforce this table a little bit better, but I think I like the height, so I'm going to stick with this. And I'm getting ready to start shooting. I was really hoping to do that this weekend. Honestly, I still might. I'm here now, and I still have tomorrow morning for a little bit if I want. But yeah, so my computer's set up over here. Here's my space. From a distance. Oh, and I do have a desk coming, which should be here next week, which is great. It's free, so that's beautiful. So I'm gonna put it right over here where the bed is, and the bed is over here because it's so hot in there. There's no way I can sleep in there, so I'm just gonna sleep right here on the floor. And I have a fan over here too. So that's my space. I do have a video in the works, so I'm still working on Punisher Deadpool, and I've been getting really good at animating, and I've been understanding Dragon Frame and how to use it better, and I'm going in the right directions. for even with this length of time off, like I still feel very confident in what I have going on. And now I have a guy like Bill that has some faith in me and likes what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna disappoint. So it also helps me with a little motivation to get these things done too, because I have other stories written that I want to work on. But I think this one is one that's dear to my heart because I wrote it. Well, actually, I wrote all these, but this was the first one. And then, if you haven't seen my first stop motion, which was the Killing Joke with the Joker's monologue, check it out. You know, send it along. Send it to anyone who's interested in it. And at some point, I'm going to revisit that as well. Small parts. I'm not going to overdo it. But yeah. So let's see where the rest of this year brings us. I'm not going to say I'm going to do this more regular. I'm not going to make another video. We'll say it like that. I'm done making videos. But please check me out. Keep following. And those that are still around, I do appreciate it. Even though it's like mostly family. So, I love you guys. Thanks. And see you soon.
And then I killed him, Frank. Totally caught him off guard and put one in his head. Bang, bang. Yes, I understand that was 2 bangs. For emphasis only, I put 1 bullet in his head. Are we all clear? Okay. Thank you.
What a joke.